The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Every single day, with every single breath, you are walking toward one or the other. There is no middle. There is no pause. There is no such thing as standing still. Life doesn't stop. Time doesn't stop. Your body doesn't stop. Your mind doesn't stop. You are either moving upward into strength or downward into weakness. You are either building or you are breaking. You are either alive in growth or dying in degradation. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Most people don't see it. They live under the illusion of neutral. They believe in waiting. They believe in standing still. They say, "I'll pause here for a while." They say, "I'll wait until I'm ready." But waiting is not neutral. Waiting is decay. Stopping is not safe. Stopping is rotting. If you are not sharpening your blade, it is rusting. If you are not moving your muscles, they are shrinking. If you are not stretching your mind, it is fading. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Every day, you choose. Every decision counts. Every habit compounds. Nothing is small. Nothing is neutral. Every action is a vote for your future. You are always paying the price of your choices. You are either investing in strength or you are borrowing weakness with interest. And one day, the bill comes due. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's a quotable line: neutral is decay wearing a mask. Think about the body. Stop training, and you don't just stay the same, you get weaker. Think about the mind. Stop learning, and you don't just stay the same, you forget. Think about your spirit. Stop challenging it, and you don't just stay the same, you grow bitter. Growth is life. Degradation is death. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Story 1. A man once said he was taking a break from the gym. Just a week off, he told himself. A week became a month. A month became a year. He thought he was resting. But in truth, he was decaying. His strength faded. His confidence collapsed. Another man trained daily, even when tired. 5 years later, one body was broken, one body was unbreakable. The difference wasn't luck. It was choice. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Most people convince themselves that they can afford delay. They whisper, "Tomorrow." They repeat, "One day." They live as if later is guaranteed. But tomorrow is the language of decay. Tomorrow is how dreams rot. Tomorrow is how potential dies. Growth never speaks tomorrow. Growth speaks today. Growth speaks now. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: every day you wait, you are not waiting, you are decaying. Story 2. A student wanted to learn guitar. He bought one. He told his friends about it. He dreamed about it. But he never practiced. He kept saying, "I'll start when I have time." 5 years passed. His guitar gathered dust. His dream degraded into regret. Another student picked up the instrument daily, even if only for minutes. After 5 years, she played beautifully. The difference wasn't talent. The difference was choice. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Most people think they lose only when they fail big. But most loss comes from tiny neglects. Skipping one workout. Ignoring one book. Wasting one day. Each neglected day compounds. Each wasted moment is a brick in the wall of decay. Growth works the same way. Small investments. Small repetitions. Small choices. Compounding upward into greatness. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Story 3. A businessman built his company through hard work. But once it succeeded, he relaxed. He stopped learning. He stopped improving. He enjoyed comfort. Slowly, silently, he degraded. His competition surpassed him. His empire collapsed. Another businessman kept adapting, kept improving, kept growing. He thrived while the other decayed. The difference wasn't the market. It was choice. Growth or degradation. Here's a quotable line: every choice compounds into strength or into weakness. Most people crave comfort. They mistake it for safety. They think comfort protects them. But comfort is poison. Comfort is decay in disguise. Comfort feels warm while it kills. That person, the one who rises, doesn't worship comfort. That person chooses discomfort. That person embraces challenge. That person grows in the fire. That person grows in the storm. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Story 4. A soldier trained in rain, in mud, and cold. His peers mocked him. They said, "Why suffer now?" They sought comfort. He chose challenge. And when battle came, he endured. They collapsed. He grew. His discomfort was his training. Their comfort was their decay. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Most people think failure is decay. But failure is only decay if you quit. Failure is growth if you rise. Failure is growth if you learn. Failure is growth if you continue. That person uses failure. That person grows stronger with every scar. That person builds character through collapse. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's a quotable line: failure is fertilizer. Quitting is decay. Story 5. A boxer was knocked down 7 times. The crowd laughed. His body ached. Most would have stayed down. But he stood up. Again and again. Every fall that could have degraded him became fuel for growth. Years later, he became champion. His scars spoke louder than the laughter. His resilience outlived the ridicule. Growth 1. Most people think growth is optional. They think life allows them to float. But life doesn't allow floating. The river always moves. The current always pulls. If you don't swim forward, you drift backward. If you don't rise, you sink. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. And this truth is merciless. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your comfort. Life doesn't wait. Life doesn't pause. You are building or you are breaking. You are climbing or you are sliding. You are growing or you are degrading. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Every decision, every step, every habit leads you one way or the other. You can't escape it. You can't hide from it. You can't outsmart it. Life is momentum. You are compounding something every single day. Either you are compounding strength or you are compounding weakness. Either you are sharpening or you are rusting. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Most people underestimate the small. They think one skipped workout is nothing. They think one wasted evening is nothing. They think one excuse is harmless. But excuses breed. Laziness multiplies. Degradation compounds silently, invisibly, until one day you wake up weaker, smaller, slower. That person understands the small. That person sees that every small action is a seed. Every choice is planting something. And one day, you harvest what you planted. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's a quotable line: every choice is a seed. Growth or decay. Plant wisely. Discipline versus feelings. Most people follow feelings. They wait for motivation. They only act when inspired. But feelings are liars. Feelings whisper comfort. Feelings choose ease. And ease leads to decay. That person doesn't follow feelings. That person follows discipline. Discipline says, show up. Whether you feel like it or not. Show up anyway. And discipline builds growth. Story 1. A young man wanted to be a writer. He wrote only when inspired. Weeks passed with nothing. Months passed with silence. His dream degraded. Another man wrote every morning for an hour. Even when tired. Even when bored. After years, his shelves filled with books. One dream died. One dream grew. The difference was not talent. It was discipline. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: feelings fade. Discipline remains. Responsibility. Most people waste attention blaming others. They degrade by surrendering power. They say, it's their fault. It's bad luck. It's unfair. That person doesn't give excuses power. That person takes responsibility. That person says, this is on me. And responsibility builds strength. Responsibility fuels growth. Story 2. A worker lost his job. Most would complain. Most would blame the economy. He didn't. He said, this is my fight. He learned new skills. He applied again and again. 1 year later, he had a better career. His choice wasn't excuses. His choice was responsibility. And responsibility is growth. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: excuses rot. Responsibility rebuilds. Fear versus courage. Most people are slaves to fear. They hide. They avoid. They shrink. Fear feeds decay. Fear kills potential. That person faces fear. That person walks into it. That person understands that courage is not the absence of fear, but the mastery of it. Every step through fear is a step into growth. Story 3. A girl dreamed of being a speaker. Fear whispered, you will fail. Fear shouted, they will laugh. For years, she avoided the stage. Her confidence degraded. Her dream rotted. Another girl, equally afraid, stepped onto the stage. Her voice shook. Her hands trembled. But she spoke. She survived. She grew. And each time she faced fear, courage grew stronger. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: fear ignored grows. Fear faced dies. Consistency. Most people are inconsistent. They sprint, then quit. They try, then stop. Their energy is wasted in bursts that collapse. And inconsistency breeds decay. That person is steady. That person is faithful. That person shows up again and again, even when invisible. Consistency compounds. Consistency multiplies. Consistency builds unstoppable growth. Story 4. An athlete trained daily, even when no one noticed. Another athlete trained hard only before competitions, then stopped. 10 years later, one was world-class, the other forgotten. The difference wasn't talent. It was consistency. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: consistency is silent, but its echo is eternal. Long-term vision. Most people live for now. They sell their future for today's comfort. They trade strength for ease. They degrade in short-term pleasure. That person chooses vision. That person sees 10 years ahead. That person sacrifices today to build tomorrow. That person plants seeds now to eat fruit later. Story 5. A farmer planted trees that would take decades to grow. Neighbors mocked him. Why waste your life? They lived for the quick harvest. But years later, their fields were empty. His orchard fed families. His patience grew into legacy. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: short-term ease writes long-term pain. Long-term vision writes legacy. Serving others. Most people focus only on themselves. Ego shrinks them. Ego isolates them. Ego degrades. That person serves. That person lifts others. That person gives. And through giving, they grow. Through service, they expand. Through sacrifice, they multiply. Story 6. A nurse worked nights in a small hospital. No fame. No spotlight. Just attention, just care. Families never forgot her. Her life grew into legacy because she gave her energy to others. Service became her growth. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: ego shrinks. Service expands. Most people don't see the battlefield. They think today is casual. They think today doesn't count. But every day counts. Every choice counts. You are sharpening or rusting. You are building or breaking. You are rising or falling. You are growing or degrading. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. You've heard it. You've felt it. You've seen it in your own life. And now, at the end, there is no escape from this truth. Growth or degradation. You are choosing right now. With your posture. With your breath. With your attention. With your will. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Most people will not choose. They will drift. They will delay. They will tell themselves comforting lies. They will say, "I'll start when I'm ready." They will say, "I'll change when life calms down." They will wait. And in waiting, they will decay. That person, the one who grows, knows there is no later. That person acts now. That person chooses now. That person knows the choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's a quotable line: later is the favorite word of decay. Most people will give their lives away to distraction. They will scroll, they will gossip, they will drown in noise. And while they waste themselves, their strength rots. That person focuses. That person protects their attention. That person builds with silence. That person grows in the shadows until their strength shakes the world. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Story 1. A young man dreamed of being strong. But he drowned in games and parties and endless distractions. Years passed. His dream decayed. Another man carved out hours every day. He read. He trained. He built. 10 years later, one was weak, one was powerful. The difference wasn't talent. It was choice. Growth or degradation. Most people crumble when storms hit. They see pain as punishment. They see struggle as unfair. They break. They rot. That person sees pain as training. That person sees storms as teachers. That person grows where others collapse. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: pain doesn't mean stop. Pain means grow. Story 2. A woman lost everything in 1 year. Her home, her job, her marriage. Most people would have degraded into bitterness. But she chose growth. She rebuilt. Slowly. Patiently. Stronger than before. Her scars became her strength. Her ruin became her rebirth. Most people wait for applause. They want validation. Without it, they quit. Their growth rots into decay because it was built on approval. That person doesn't wait for applause. That person grows in silence. That person chooses discipline over recognition. That person chooses the work. And one day, their actions speak so loudly the world has no choice but to listen. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: success loves silence. Growth is built when no one is watching. Most people choose shortcuts. They want fast wins. They sell their future for quick rewards. But shortcuts rot. Shortcuts collapse. That person takes the long road. That person embraces patience. That person knows roots take time. That person knows real growth is invisible before it is undeniable. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Story 3. A farmer planted fast crops for fast profit. The soil weakened, the land decayed. Another farmer planted trees. For years, nothing. But decades later, his orchard stood unshakable. His patience grew permanence. His vision outlived him. Most people cling to ego. They shrink into selfishness. They decay into isolation. But that person serves. That person gives. That person multiplies themselves by lifting others. Service is growth. Ego is decay. Here's another quotable line: ego shrinks. Service multiplies. Story 4. A teacher worked in silence for 30 years. Few praised her. Few noticed. But her students grew. They became leaders, creators, builders. Her legacy was written in lives, not in applause. She chose growth through service. Most people will die with regret. They will whisper, "I could have done more. I could have lived bigger." Their regret is the reward of decay. That person will die empty of excuses, full of scars, full of proof. That person will die without regret because they chose growth again and again. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Here's another quotable line: regret is the echo of decay. Legacy is the voice of growth. Story 5. A boxer lost more than he won, but he never quit. Each loss carved strength. Each defeat built resilience. Years later, he became a champion. His scars told the story of growth, not decay. So what about you? Which will you choose? Which path will you walk? Which voice will you obey? Because there is no neutral. There is no pause. You are moving now. Either you are rising or you are rotting. Either you are compounding strength or you are compounding weakness. Either you are growing or you are degrading. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Say it again. Say it inside your chest. Growth or degradation. Because at the end, nothing else matters. Not your excuses. Not your distractions. Not your comfort. Only this: did you grow or did you decay? Be that person today. Not tomorrow. Not someday. Not later. Today. Because tomorrow is a lie. Later is a thief. Someday is a grave. Only today is alive. Only today is real. Only today is yours. Be that person today, not tomorrow. Because the truth is eternal. Growth is life. Degradation is death. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. So rise. Train. Build. Endure. Serve. Lead. Grow. The choice is simple: growth or degradation. Be that person today, not tomorrow.